Hello, everyone. I'm here today with Nadya Zhurba, my friend, who is the founder and CEO of Bright Kids Ukrainian Online School. Nadya, happy to see you here.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
Great. I'm happy to talk. We have some questions planned, and I'm sure it's going to be a good conversation about Nadia's business, about her vision for what she's doing, why she's doing it, and some bits of maybe marketing experience and insights that has been working for her audience. So, Nadia, tell us, please, a little bit about your business. If you could give us a pitch or a brief of what you are doing. What is Bright Kids Ukrainian School about?
So, 4 years ago, I founded online school Bright Kids, where teachers who live in Ukraine provide live online classes. They teach Ukrainian language to those who live outside of Ukraine, to children and to adults. And also, besides of Ukrainian language, we also conduct other subjects in Ukrainian, such as math, programming, art, chess, and other subjects.
Mm-hmm. 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 Thank you. Yeah, I can say that I was once a student of your school for improv course, and my kids also took classes last year, I think, and I always can say that you provide such high quality of the education, and you pick your teachers so well that everyone enjoys the process so much, and we saw such great results.
Actually, improvisation course was the first one we started from.
Yeah.
Because, when the COVID started, everything shifted online, and I was
Mm-hmm.
looking for opportunities for my kids because I noticed they started forgetting Ukrainian language, living for already 3 years in English-speaking environment, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just curious about how about to find peers for them and find the teacher from Ukraine because in this case they won't switch to English when they talk to person from Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And I just posted on Facebook and shared my story that hi, I'm Ukrainian living in Texas, and I
Mm-hmm.
want my kids to know both languages equally well. So how about uh, trying a course of improvisation online? We have a great teacher. Let's have a try. And back then, I didn't even thought about creating like international school from
Mm-hmm.
with kids from all over the world. Just I was acting back then like a mom who wanted to keep my kids engaged and preserve Ukrainian language for them living in the States. And it turned
Mm-hmm.
out so well that we were planning around 10 or 20 classes, improvisational classes, but it
Mm-hmm.
turned out so well that some students like studied improvisation for 2 years because for them it
Mm-hmm.
was also not only like training their brain to improvise quickly, but also like a speaking club. Because for for those our students, Ukrainian language is already a second language or like a heritage language.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and it inspired me. Uh, and at that time, my kids, like before even creating the school, already attended online classes, like art classes, piano classes online. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw from the experience, it works. I can see good results. And then, of course, like the other course was art art classes, and then parents started asking me, how about math or how about chess? And more courses appeared because I saw that other Ukrainians who have like share the same values as I do have the same challenges uh,
Mm-hmm.
living abroad.
Yeah, so your audience helped you grow the vision, yeah, of what's possible and what people are asking for and what they need. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
how it
true.
grew. Hmm. Could you share the numbers, if you could share any, like how many students do you have now, or teachers, or what's the scale that you have now in your business?
So right now we have 20 teachers working at school, and some of them like have only 3 classes per week, some of them have 30 classes per week,
Wow.
so different numbers, yeah. And we have like, and these are courses, like kids can take from 10 courses up to much more number of
Mhm.
classes. And right now we have more than 200 students from 11 countries around the world. So most of our kids live in the States, like 80%.
Mhm.
And we also have like one student from Australia, one student from Singapore and other Asian countries, like this.
That's cool. And it's also a challenge to tackle the time zones and
It's
right,
true.
organize it all, to put it together. That's good. That's good. What was your go-to market plan to get from just starting, as you said, from improv and a few classes like piano and art for your kids to getting to where you are now?
So as I mentioned, I didn't have like a proper plan. I was creating opportunity for my kids because during COVID times, I was laid off. We were all
Mhm.
isolated, and I was looking for opportunities for my kids to speak in Ukrainian to their peers because it's a challenge. Those who like you and me, those teach like our student, like our kids, don't want to talk much in Ukrainian. It's easier for them to talk in English because they go to school.
Yeah.
Their English is more professional because at home we have limited vocabulary. And that's why it's
Mhm.
natural that it's easy for them to use English. But when
Mhm.
you see that not your mom reminds you all the time, but you can see other students also living in the States speaking in Ukrainian, it motivates you. And when also you're engaged in what you love, like my kids love art, like drawing and like playing chess. So, according to their interests, I was creating the classes where they
Mhm.
not only could practice their speaking Ukrainian,
Mhm.
but also learn something new. And it turned out a good idea. And I didn't do social like marketing investigation. I didn't have
Research.
any marketing or business plan. I just
Mhm.
wanted to try something new, and
Mhm. And then you went
it's
step
good
by
that I
step.
tried it.
Yes, yes, that's very good that you started and tried. How would you describe your audience and your ideal customer right now? Who is this uh, profile, customer profile that you call them in marketing that you're targeting? That Ukrainians abroad, or you could define them in more detail somehow?
So mainly, they are Ukrainians abroad
Mm-hmm.
who moved abroad like from 5 to 10 years ago, and they want their kids not to forget Ukrainian language. But
Mm-hmm.
also we have students like, especially when the full-scale invasion started, we also have adult foreigners like Americans from Europe,
Mm-hmm.
adults who would like to support Ukraine, and they started learning Ukrainian. But most of
Mm-hmm.
our kids, our audience are Ukrainians abroad or Ukrainians who have Ukrainian origin, like those who were born in the States, but they still want their kids to stay connected to their roots. And
Mm-hmm.
and personally, I'm proud of it because this our community, parents of our school, they also inspire me keep doing. And keep developing the school because they have the same they share the same values as I do.
Mm-hmm.
They also want to promote Ukraine, preserve Ukrainian language, and keep their kids bilingual. And
Mm-hmm.
also they support Ukraine, they donate to Ukrainian armed forces. And it also inspires me because it's like, it's some parents already became my friends because of these shared values.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we all working toward one goal, to
Mm-hmm.
preserving, especially now it's even more important when Russians want to kill all Ukrainians, to erase everything Ukrainian. It's even more meaningful. And this is what fuels us. And it's like a community of bright kids is also what makes me feel confident and gives me strength and energy to continue my work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. So you started it not knowing what it's going to turn into, and now you have a community that fuels all the members within it. That's great. Um, what was your biggest marketing mistake? or a marketing lesson that you learned while doing this?
Yeah, as I already mentioned, I didn't have like business education. I've never been in business. I was working as a teacher back
Mm-hmm.
then in Ukraine, and when I moved here 8 years ago, I also was working as substitute teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I had a lot of mistakes on that way. Regarding marketing mistake was that
Mm-hmm.
I, like 3 years ago, I wanted to, it was my first try to expand the school, and I hired the marketing team, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do the proper research on them. So I didn't check their previous work, their
Result.
previous clients' feedback, and I just trusted them in their professional skills because my friends recommended them to me. I don't
Mm-hmm.
make such mistakes anymore. I check like their credibility and their
Mm-hmm.
professional skills before hiring new people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I can check the like the professional skills of teachers, but I didn't have the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know
What
what to do.
to look for in marketing people. Mhm. Now you know.
Yes. Like such kind of lessons are the best teachers in our life.
Yes, unfortunately. Okay. So your lesson is to do proper research and check the tangible results, right? To see the numbers. What are you asking for from marketing people that you're hiring now? What do you want to see to make sure that this could be the right investment?
So now I'm checking their previous work, their previous clients' feedback, and
Mhm.
I ask them to provide the results of their work. Before that, I didn't do any of this. I just, okay, let's do this. They were suggesting me what to do, and I just listened to them, but never checked their credibility.
Mhm, mhm. So are you asking for numbers, for proof of like their advertising campaigns, of results of what worked, right?
Yes. Hmm.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. And what's working best for you in your marketing right now? What are you investing more into, and what do you see brings you the most results?
Maybe the story I'm sharing, because I'm the first client of my school, because it all started because I wanted to find teachers for my kids to creating such courses where my kids would benefit from,
Mm.
and a mom would never offer something bad to her own kids. And I
Right.
think that other people can see this, that I do my best. I share the stories. Look at our students. They started speaking Ukrainian. Look at my kids. They've been learning how to play piano online, and it worked. You can
Mhm,
see the results. So it's not a marketing. It's just like the true story. And
mhm,
sharing those stories from my own experience, from the experience of others, I think people see this and believe in my work.
mhm, mhm. So it's social proof, and you're living proof, and your kids are living proof of
I, I,
of how your
I,
approach is
I think
working.
I think that is the one
Mhm,
reason for
mhm,
this.
mhm, mhm. That's good. That's great. And are you trying something new in your marketing? So when you know that something is working, right? Usually the recommendation is to keep doing what is working and maybe trying something else, but not stopping the work that's already bringing results. Are you experimenting with something right now?
Yes, I'm experimenting, but not all my experience are successful. For
Mm-hmm.
example, I tried to post videos on YouTube, and we were doing it. We have a lot of YouTube videos, but we didn't do them regularly. And it's
Mm-hmm.
the key point here, because of different reasons. So there were two teachers from my school who were posting videos, but as it was not regular, it's like I saw that we need to do it regularly to have some results, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like in long-term perspective. And at
Mm-hmm.
that very moment when we started this, we didn't have like time to do them
Good.
regularly. And right
Mm-hmm.
now, maybe we will come back to those videos on YouTube later, but right now we don't have like a physical time for them because my teachers are overloaded with a lot of lessons. I have other duties, and so
Mhm.
that's how it is.
Mhm. Are you constantly expanding your team? Because I've heard that you're hiring more teachers. Are there any talent challenges connected with it? And if you're hiring more teachers, it means that you are getting more new students.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
So this is the main, I think, one of algorithm of growing. When you have more clients, you need to expand your staff, staff,
Mhm.
and uh, at first it was only about when I started. It was about preserving Ukrainian abroad, and then
Mhm.
when the war started, I noticed that it's also good to give jobs to Ukrainian teachers who live in Ukraine because they spend
Mhm.
their salaries in Ukraine and it supports Ukraine economy. So now it's my I think it's my task not only provide lessons but also find give jobs to more teachers because it in this way it makes sense.
Mhm. Are you all your teachers are living inside Ukraine? Mhm.
Correct.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes, that makes sense. Um, what do you see works better for you? Comparing like organic marketing, just content, creating content, sharing your story, or some paid campaigns, or are you doing both? What do you prefer, or what do you see working better?
I think organic marketing works better because it started from organic
Mhm.
marketing, uh, uh, like mouth of a word,
Word of mouth. Mhm.
word of mouth, the best
Mhm.
marketing strategy. You just do what you do in the best way, and
Mhm.
students, parents start recommending you to others. And then when you have accumulated a lot, enough profit, you can reinvest it in
Mhm.
paid ads. Like in
Mhm.
my case, I did this.
Mhm. Have you seen
But
success with
not
paid?
so, I told you at first, those attempts were not so successful. But now I already found the right person who makes a good target on
Mhm.
Ukrainians in the States. And
Mhm.
now it works. But now I faced the new challenge when more applications started coming to the website. I
Mhm.
started hiring more uh, teachers,
Mhm.
but as it turned out, because of those teachers who already work at school, they have no place for new students. So I started
Mhm.
hiring new teachers, and it turned out not all teachers are as dedicated as those who already work, and also they need to have commitment because
Mhm.
I think the biggest commitment, and I'm so grateful to all teachers of Bright Kids because they work on weekends
Mhm.
and during the weekday they work late at night because of
Because of
the
the time.
difference in time zone. So for example, when we have like central time 4 p.m., the teachers have classes at midnight in Ukraine, and
Mhm.
so it's a big commitment. But they're not like committed to what they're doing, but also they're professionals. They love kids, and they can engage students, kids in such a way that even 4-year-olds, and we have we started from 4 years old,
Mhm.
and now
Mhm.
we already have one student who is 3, and still we can see the progress because the teachers are so big professionals they can engage via the screen across the ocean. The kids
It's
they
really
and the kids can keep focus and learn Ukrainian from the very scratch because those kids are like the beginners. They just even some like a lot of times they even don't understand Ukrainian. They're just starting understanding and learning new words. And teachers have to learn English as well to
Mhm.
conduct these classes.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I know from my own experience from teaching a few years back, that it's so hard to keep kids involved and focus through the screen, especially the little ones. I had experience
It's
teaching. small groups of young kids too, and you need to be so active. You need to like perform in front of.
It's true they performing because it's easier to engage them offline, but online much more difficult. But still, the teachers, I think, teachers are like, I'm lucky to have such professionals in my team. They are the biggest asset in Bright Kids,
Mhm,
to conduct high quality classes and keep
mhm,
kids engaged, even young age kids.
mhm. Yeah, I know what it involves. It's great that you found such a team.
Thank you.
Oh, you've grown such a team. What is your vision for the future of Bright Kids School? How do you see it in a few years? How would you like it to grow?
Most of our students live in the States, 80% of them, and we have a couple of students like in other countries. Two students from, for example, from Australia, from Singapore, from other Asian countries,
Mhm,
and now I want more students from different continents. We don't
mm,
have any student from Africa, from the Southern America. I would like to have at least
expand.
Spain all around the world.
Uh-huh.
And also other courses. I have a lot of plans. Maybe we don't have yet the app, educational app.
Mm,
We don't have the platform, like where you can, like a platform of school, our own platform,
mhm,
educational
mhm.
platform based on learning Ukrainian as a foreign language. Because we have different educational platforms and apps, but this is like this
Very
niche we
specific.
need
Mhm,
to develop, to
mhm,
work on.
mhm. So you have it in mind, in
Yeah.
plan. That's a big part of the project. Yes, I hope that you do it. I'm also interested. Okay, thank you. I have a few questions about the inner side of running a business. Have you noticed any mental challenges or blocks or some struggles that you have been facing when running a business or starting a business? Is there some like inner dialogue inside your head that is adding to the challenges of running a business?
Yeah, I have this dialogue all the time, and it it depends on my mood and on the situation.
Hmm.
My inner voice can be very critical, maybe because I was raised in Ukraine, and back in those times we all had such like a environment when you were very strict to yourself.
Uh-huh.
And
That's true.
but when I moved here, I saw how parents can be supportive, and now I try to combine those different inner
Mhm.
voices. They argue all the time.
So your inner critic and your cheerleader there having a
Yes,
debate.
I try to be more cheerleader for myself. So
Hmm.
I keep saying to myself, "Look how far you already come," and then critical voice comes back, and you didn't do enough. You see like, and maybe this is why I don't allow myself enough rest because I know I have a lot of obligations, like being a mom of three kids, an entrepreneur, and I see that during the war times, how our warriors they don't have such opportunity to have a rest, and I think that I also don't have
The
maybe
right.
the right to have this rest, but it's not a good like strategy. So
Yeah.
in order to keep doing what you do, you need to have rest, and it's like not selfish, but like a strategic to have rest in order to then to have energy to continue your work.
Yes. I also noticed that we're like more still on the supportive side of the front lines, right? There are people who are directly on the front lines, and those who are trying to support them need to think about how to stretch our energy more and longer to keep supporting. Because if we um, get sick, right? Because sometimes our body just says stop by just getting catching some illness that we need to stay in bed for a few days and just rest or not talk because I lost a voice a few weeks ago too. I just had to stop talking for a while. Yes, and
Our well-being has its limits, and I'm still working on this because right now I have unlimited yoga subscription, but I allow myself only one class per week, and I understand that it helps me. I need this, but still only 1 hour per week. But I need more. I can see this from my physical state.
Mhm. Yes, I know the struggle. And I've seen that what's working best for like self-care things is to schedule them in the calendar and treat them as well as, I don't know, a doctor's appointment or a team meeting with which you wouldn't miss, right? So just
Oh, I
schedule
will,
some,
I will try this.
yeah, schedule some well-being time for yourself and know that you cannot miss it or reschedule. You need to be there. Yes, but I know that's a struggle for women entrepreneurs and activists for sure, especially moms, when you need to balance all these roles, right? Of being a parent, business owner, and activist, and you have all these commitments, and then you put your commitment to yourself like at the very end of the line, but you need to reevaluate it all the time. I don't know. Um, a question from the childhood or about childhood. Have you did you have any plans when you were little of doing something that you're doing right now? Have you seen yourself as a business owner throughout your life, or did you have any scripts and stories and plans that look like what you're seeing right now?
Being a kid, I didn't have any plans. I just wanted to live happily and not something like concrete. And
Mm-hmm.
being an adult, I also living in Ukraine. I didn't imagine myself living in another country and starting the my
Mm-hmm.
own business. Like it was when we immigrated, it was my husband's choice because he was offered a job in IT sector in Texas, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought, why not? Why not to try something new and try like a new experience in another country? I was very
Mm-hmm.
happy at the beginning, I'll be honest,
Mm-hmm.
but already 8 years passed, and now I see when I think about this, maybe it was not it was not bad decision because if I didn't immigrate, I wouldn't have such a need to preserve Ukrainian language, and I wouldn't found the bright kids. And now this school is my true calling. I love what I do, and I'm happy because of this school. I found my like meaningful work for myself, and
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't plan anything, but it all uh,
Turned out right.
turned in a good way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, and you have a chance to scale your impact, right? Because even not living in Ukraine, you are still connected. You stay connected, and you have a chance to promote Ukrainian culture and language outside. And
Yeah,
there is
and
a right now.
it makes me happy because I miss Ukraine, and
Mm-hmm.
also like my older kids, they know Ukraine, they lived there, and they remember. But my younger kid was already born here, and also I'm doing my best for her because like I can't travel to Ukraine so often as I would like for her to see Ukraine, but I can bring a piece of Ukraine to her through like preserving our Ukrainian tradition and learning Ukrainian language, speaking with people living in Ukraine, and it's also such it creates a connection, even if you don't live in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it's like it impacted me deeply. One story of adult Americans who came to our workshops. It was not online a workshop; it was different, but we also have workshops online as well. So
Mm-hmm.
American who came to the workshop to the public library and shared the to paint pisanka in a
Mm-hmm.
traditional Ukrainian style with wax, and he
Mm-hmm.
shared the story that like 40 years ago he used to eat vareniki and he liked them. That's how he knew about Ukraine because his maybe great great mother or maybe grandmother, treated him with those Vareniki, and they painted Pisanka, and that connection, that even one small thing 4 years ago, and already it created that connection. So I want for my kids also stay connected to Ukraine and everything Ukrainian. And with the help of this school, I give such opportunity to others.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that makes so much sense. And you see how small bits of experience in people, like some taste, some food, some, I don't know, smell, right? Or a piece of art, or just the process of creating something new and bright. And you have the word bright in the name of your school. Yeah, it creates so they may seem small, right? Those experiences and stories, like micro stories, but they can open up the whole new world for people. That's beautiful.
And such kind of stories inspire me. That it means that it's the right thing that I do, and it makes sense, and it gives me more energy to continue.
Of course. Thank you, Nadia, for sharing your story. And I have one question to finish, philosophical one. If you could share one piece of wisdom with all the people, like with the whole humanity, and you knew that they would listen or hear you at least, and something that could make the whole world a better place, what would it be? What would you say?
It's a simple thing. I think everybody knows about it. So find your true calling, find something you love to do, and in this way you will be happy from what you are doing, and you will bring benefits to others, to your community, to people, all people who would like to use your services. And I like you mentioned it's philosophical, so it came to my mind that our philosopher Grigory Skovoroda always says that the key to happiness is to find your true calling. In Ukrainian, it's srodna praca. When you love what you do, it you will do it very well, and you will be happy from this, and you will make happy others by providing good quality services. So a simple message: love what you do.
Thank you. Thank you, Nadia, so much for the conversation today. Um, Thank you for your time, and I wish the best of luck to Bright Kids Ukrainian Online School, and may your vision come true.
Thank you, Polina, for great questions. I really enjoyed them.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.